Hello everybody, welcome. This is Sneaky Chiefy back with another TOB video. Today I am casting Stigz. He is playing as the Gothfather here in red, as the Teutons, and his opponent is Hepheastuse, playing as the Slavs. The map here is Arena. In fact, I think that this is an arena tournament. It's called the Mid-ELO Circus, and that's what Stigz has been playing in there. We had a few Mid-ELO Circus games in the channel already if you want to check those out, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Stigz can do for us here. Teutons versus Slavs, kind of like, I don't know, they're both good infantry civs, although Teutons have good knights as well, cavalry knights. Slavs obviously strong in infantry, strong in siege. They also have a unique tech for their monks, which is more armor, so if it gets that late we might see orthodoxy come into play here and we could get some monks out on the field. But we'll have to see. I don't think I've seen Slavs played on Arena much before, so it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with, Hephaestus. Other than that, I'm expecting a pretty standard start. 6 on food.
Hey,
going to wood here. Stigz is pushing in the deer already. Saving his sheep. And on the other side, 6 on food. Not pushing the deer yet, is Hephaestus. And he's already going to the lumber camp as well. Have a lot of room to work with back here, though he's got nothing but wood and a wolf waiting for him. Only a few wolves on the map, and one of them is behind the walls for player blue. I'm sure he won't be too happy about that. The blue's still choosing not to push in the deer. Seems foolish because they are, I mean, it's free food basically. They're within your walls. It's not too hard to do, and Blue's scout's sitting idle anyway. Could be scouting the map or pushing the deer. Instead, it's just kind of sitting there. This is what Blue sees so far. I'll hop over to Stigz' view. He hasn't ventured forth yet either. So his scout's falling idle a little bit. Pretty safe lumber camp position back there. Stigz building up his second layer of walls with his house, which is nice. Moving in his other boar. I like that blade from the bill. It's right there, might as well use it. Now Stigz is sending out his scout, looks like. Let's see what the map brings. Let's see if these players go for relic control as well. Can be pretty crucial in mid-game arena. Relics. Not sure what level these players are at in general, like skill-wise, so we'll see if they prioritize relics or not. Meanwhile, Blue really not using his scout much. Not using it to the full advantage. Find that interesting. Neither player with Lulu yet either, it looks like. That boar's causing a lot of confusion. Hurting those vills a little bit. Take a look at the food. Neither player clicking up to feudal age yet, though both are at 19 villagers, so we'll be thinking about it here shortly, I'd imagine. Now Blue's pushing in his deer, so he just wanted to wait till later. That's fine. No harm, no foul. Take the sheep first, push the deer in later. Makes sense. But again, that's a lot of idle time. If you weren't pushing the deer at the moment, you could have been scouting the map. Now you see what Red has seen so far. He's got a bit of a leg up. Still early game, obviously, so it's not a huge disadvantage, but you want to make use of all your units whenever you can. So. Second lumber camp going down for Hephaestus. Second lumber camp also down for Stigz. The players at 22 villas at the moment. Farms are already placed. This is interesting, putting farms down here. Still have all this food on the map. He still has 6 of his starting 8 sheep. Stigz is already starting to farm. And the Slavs have a bonus where your farms work faster, so you'd expect to see him drop some farmers sooner rather than later as well. Let's see what Stigz sees now. Yeah, just taking note of all the relic positions. Trying to see what he can see. Blue is not giving away any hints. Blue had just clicked up to feudal age. Gothfather has not clicked up yet. What he has is just not showing up. Yeah, it's not showing up here, which is weird. Sorry about that, folks. Capture age bug there. I was gonna say he lost all that resources. He must have clicked up. Both players thinking about getting gold now. Blue's starting to send his scout out. Huh, there's the feudal age. Interesting. So, Gothfather went up at 27 pop. And is also going for stone. I don't anticipate a tower rush, or he would have sent bills forward already. But maybe he is thinking of tower rush. His Teutons might send some of these bills here shortly. I don't see why else you'd go for stone unless you're thinking about a castle drop, which is also possible. But if he is thinking feudal tower drop or tower rush, he's probably second guessing that decision when he sees his opponent get to castle or feudal age so much faster. Hephaestuse dropping the requisite market and tower, and he is just about executing a fast castle build. It's just about enough food to click up to castle age almost instantly. I'd expect to see the same from red. Stigz here will drop his 2 buildings almost immediately, I'd imagine. And we'll have the resources. Yep. Fast castle clicked by blue. Well timed, I'd say. Sending more to gold. Dropping the barracks to start thinking about military. There's the blacksmith and there's the market. Stigz, so he'll be a little bit later than blue, but he will have a stronger economy behind this. He's got 2 more villagers than Hephaestuse does. Yep, so he's about 1 minute behind, but 2 villagers ahead. 3 villagers ahead. Look at that. Militia coming out. So he's not going to rush with militia. He might be thinking siege tower with a couple long swordsmen or men-at-arms. 2-handed swordsmen, I should say. A bunch of eco upgrades coming in for both players. And a scout war. Looks like it's in Stigz's favor. Let's see if blue sees that. Yep, he retreats. I'm not seeing a monastery from blue. He hasn't gotten the castle age yet. So we'll see what blue does. If it's a siege workshop or a monastery. No military buildings yet for Stigz, so no indication as to what unit he will build for. I'd expect, yeah, see, siege tower, I bet. I'd expect to see more on food if you were going heavy infantry. So that's interesting. No military tech coming in yet for either player. Let's see what Stigz's first move is once he gets castle. It's a defensive castle. That's going to be helpful for the siege the siege tower that's coming. He doesn't know that, but so maybe Teutonic Knights from Gothfather. They are a great anti-infantry infantry. Also dropping a barracks. That might be simply so that we can build a stable. He's also going monastery, which is nice. Love to see those relics get gobbled up. See if he goes for a stable Or another barracks here, or a siege workshop. Yep, there's the siege tower. Filled with militia, soon to be men-at-arms. Let's see if the scout spots this. That'd be huge if Stigz spots this. Looks like he might just do that. Alright, Stigz probably sees that. He's got to hurry up with that castle. He's not going to have much by way of units to stop this. He's going to try to house wall as soon as he can. University, clever use of the university. He's going to force any units from that siege tower to go towards the castle. So smart. And longswordsman out. These might be going, yeah. So they'll dump over here, but they won't have anywhere to go. I'm going to try to attack this house right here. Monks can go for the conversions. Let's see the Teutonic Knights. I don't see any military units on the way for Stigz yet. Spearmen, that is. Maybe he was expecting something else besides the siege tower. We'll get 2 conversions right here. That'll be helpful. They might break in. He's got more recruitment coming. Yeah, those conversions are huge. He only got 1 though. I think he combined his monk's efforts on getting that 1. But he ended up killing a unit to convert him. So he's dropping a archery range to combat this infantry push. And the house will stay up. So they switch targets. And the monks will probably get their faith back and convert another unit. So Stigz is okay with this, I think. Yeah, there's the other conversion. Stigz will just try to hold this front and better fix that house. There's another conversion. 2 conversions. Yeah, and this attack is dead in the water. No military upgrades at all for any player. Stigz is taking his time. There has been a second TC, so this pressure from blue is kind of causing Stigz to be on the back foot, but I think Stigz will drop his own TC here shortly. He has enough for another castle as well, which I find interesting. A lot of idle TC time for the Slav player. Some idle eco from Stigz though, too. All these builders. More conversions come in. And he deletes his... Blue deleted all his units except for the one that was converted. I love it. That's great. Alright, well, so early pressure's done. Stigz went out with his monks and gobbled up some of the relics, which I love. He's got just 1 of them so far. He's got a long way to go with these others, and Stigz is gonna take... He basically has map control. Blue had it, technically, but it's just because of the siege tower and the army that's no longer here. So Stigz will drop a castle. Blue might scout this out, though. It's a shame that Red Scout didn't see that. Nope. Looks like he's going to miss it. Yeah, Blue has no idea. No idea yet, but he might get it. I think he's anticipating it, right? He's sending his scout around, he's sending the siege tower around, he's waiting to see if he can see anything. All he's going to see is his own longswordsman for now. Yeah, this castle will come as a surprise. And Blue's on stone of his own. Decent enough castle placement. Doesn't really deny all that much. It could have been a bit more aggressive, like right here-ish. But it denied these 2 stone piles. But I don't think Stigz saw either that. Yes, Stigz didn't see that resource, so didn't know that he could have that opportunity. Like I said, decent enough castle. Now Knights on the field for Red. Bloodlines coming in, so he's going to focus on the Teuton Knights, not to be confused with the Teutonic Knights. But behind all this, Blue is going to try to boom. He's got his 3rd TC down. Stigz has his 2nd. And let's take a look at the build count. I've been neglecting that. Yeah, Hephaestuse did drop his 2nd TC much sooner than Red. So has a build count of 65 to Godfather's 50. And here comes a defensive castle from blue. Again, it's a shame that that first castle was a bit more aggressive. He could have denied this, but alright. Not the end of the world, and to be expected from the blue player. I'm sure Stigz won't be surprised to see a defensive castle. Then it's really just a race to imp, which Hepheastuse has a bit of a lead on red. I like how red's doing this TC here on this neutral gold. It's going to be valuable resource come late game. And let's see if those monks are still working. It's sitting idly for now, which is a shame. Blue Scout is on the prowl and guarding, maybe guarding this relic. Second layer of walls going down from blue. Great choice. And also mangonel. So, yeah, monastery defense. Now that blue sees that red has a bunch of knights on the field, we'll go for monks of his own. Monk siege from the Slav player. Not too surprised by that. Watch out, Stigz, we're losing these knights. Alright, there he goes. So really all this castle does is get map control. I like Stigz' play though. He's got one at home, one up front. I'd like to see some production buildings up front as well. There's third TCs and a fourth TC here. Yeah, so Gothfather's aware that what he needs to do, he needs to get to imp. Using the market to do so. Using this extra gold to his early advantage to build more farms. And not really chipping into this villager lead. It's still 76 to 68, so still in the blue's advantage. Looks like blue got fletching, that got bodkin arrow, so now can range this tower where the red player cannot. And imp clipped by blue. So Stigz is going to be on the back foot, though he is chipping into that villager lead now. This castle is at risk of going down to Trebs as soon as Imperial Age has been clicked. Or finished researching, I should say. And another barracks coming down from the Slav player. He's researching squires. They get supplies for free, the Slavs do. Which is why they're considered a strong infantry civ, so we could see Slavic champions. But Teutons have a very good response to that in the Teutonic Knights. Just heavy melee armor. Just little walking tanks. Stigz trying to use these knights for all he can, for all they're worth. I'm noticing that Stigz is not building any more knights than these initial 5, so maybe assessing his options, waiting to see the next move from the Slavic player before committing to more. And look, he's dropping 3 siege workshops and 4 barracks, so maybe he'll come in with his own champions. There'll be a siege infantry battle today between the Slavs and the Teutons. It's gonna be interesting. I like how the monks got real close before they started converting in the hopes of getting at least one of these, but the Teutonic Knights get away. I should say Teuton Knights get away. The Teutons have a bonus where their units are harder to convert, and I think that came into play here. So now Stigz sees that imp has been clicked by his opponent. Stigz has the villager lead at the moment. I don't know, he might use some of that gold to buy his way up into Imperial Age. We'll see, because his castle pressure is stalled out. Yep, imp age clicked. I think he had enough food for that. I don't think he bought... I might have missed it, but he had enough food to click imp without having to buy his way up. But that is some time where Trebs are going to be out in the field. He'll get to 2 or 3 Trebs, blue will. And this castle's already wounded from all the shots that it's taken from the Slavic castle, so Stigz may lose this forward castle if he doesn't send some vills over real quick. He's gotten all the relics though, or at least 2 of the 5. He's definitely taking his time on that. But he's working on it. Relics 3, 4. There's 5 and there's 6. There's 4 and then 5. Come on. Knight's jumping in for some reason. I'm not sure why. that Fort Castle's going down. Stigz is not going to be happy about that. A lot of wasted stone. And if he's going to Teutonic Knights, which I don't think he's going at this point, it looks like he expects cavalry. They're making pikemen. Maybe expecting boyars, which isn't a horrible choice from the Slavic player, but Slavic player also, both players expected cavalry from their opponent, but both going infantry siege, pikeman siege combo with some monks behind it. Really funny. Really funny to see. Blue already teched into Halberdier. Get some repair villagers on the siege quickly. Oh, saved it just barely. These Halberdier's guarding the last relic. So 3 trebs out on the field. Gothfather's now an imp. He's getting conscription. He's losing his advanced buildings. Dropping another castle. Yeah, it is boyars, so pikemen turn out to be a smart play. Boyars are like Teutonic Knights on horses. Like huge melee armor. Big attack. And they're a good choice, right? And then cavalry's got that mobility against siege. That's a lot of trebuchets. So it's going to be a bit of a treb war as well. Map control a bit up for grabs at the moment. Blue expanding to this stone pile because he's out of stone. He's going to like that. Well, I shouldn't say he's out. He could drop another castle if he wanted to right now. And I'm dropping a bunch of barracks, so... Infantry siege for both players, like I said. A few boyars maybe in the mix for blue. Trzenia. What is Trzenia? Let's see. Huh. Orthodoxy is the one that gives the monks extra armor. I'll have to look up what Trzenia is. Apologies for that, folks. 2-headed swordsman coming in for blue. There's the plate mail. Gothfather's capped out around 120 vills. He's getting Halberdier and ironclad. Yeah. Watch out, my house is out of range. Look at all these scorpions though. This is going to be really good. I can't wait for the siege battle. It's going to be really interesting. Don't lose this other castle though, Stigz. Yikes. Old-fashioned trap war. I think that castle's going down. It's a shame. It's a second forward castle dead. Looks like they'll trade castles, so Stigz might be happy with that. Yep. Trading the castles. Blue's got quite an army here. He's about to run into this army too, though. This is really fun to see. Get those Halberdiers over there quickly. Advantage red just with sheer numbers. He had Stigz had more siege to start with. He also had more Halberdiers to start with. So those long swordsmen, or 2-headed swordsmen, are coming into play. And red's kind of fighting under Blue's castle. Trebs are going down. Yeah, those Halberdiers just went down so fast, those 2-headed swordsmen. Now they're in much the siege. It's not ideal. So you want to master scorpions to be super effective, so Blue's trebs are going down. So Stigz spamming the meat shield that is the Halberdiers, looking to save the scorpions behind that, helping out more scorpions. What an interesting fight. The siege battle is epic. Repair that treb. The repair villagers are coming in handy for red though, because he only had 1 treb versus 2. In this battle, but because he had bills to repair, he ended up winning. Love it. And this is a lot of gold units going down for these long swords, or two-handed swords. I'm saying that. So Stigz is liking this trade because it's a lot of gold units dying. The third castle is now his second. Boyer's coming out. I don't know, there's a lot of halberdiers out on the field. Boyers are a bit risky. He's going to try to snipe trebs, but they go down so quick, the Boyers too. They're supposed to be armored, but oh, they're missing the cavalry armor. They're missing scale barding. No wonder they go down so fast. They're supposed to be tanks against melee damage, but not when they have zero armor. I don't know where those halberdiers are going. They need to protect their siege. If Stigz could just hold this span for a while and use trebs, although he's got no castle over here, it's a big miss by Godfather to lose his forward castles like that. Gonna retreat a bit, but that's a good mass of scorpions for sure. 19 scorpions. That's the mass you need. You take out any kind of infantry push that way. Look at him, just one volley. Devastating. It's a lot of gold units dying for blue. Good mangonel shot. Gonna keep those halberdiers coming though. Okay, now scouts coming in to try to snipe the Trevor too, but too many scorpions, man. There's the forward castle. A few more barracks as well. Okay, Stigz retreating. It was caught in the castle's line of fire. Villagers trying to repair castles, but running out of stone. That one treb is doing work for Stigz. What a great battle. Love it. It's castle number 2 is about to go down for the slot player. He just had one more treb. Stigz had one more treb out on the field. There it goes. Blue expanding left, which is the right call. It looks like he's going to start pumping out scouts. But again, it's tough. Like you say, okay, there's siege on the field. I need scouts to take the siege out. But then it's surrounded by a bunch of halberdiers. I don't know if Teutons get heavy scorpion. They might not. Otherwise, Stigz would have researched it by now. He definitely has the gold for it. He's losing a lot of scorpions here to that castle. A lot of scorpions to that castle. Yikes. That castle killed more scorpions than any other unit for blue.
Yeah.
Alright, both players kind of resetting. Blue trying to keep his final castle alive. He's also thinking about a counterattack. He'll need more than 5 halberdiers to do that. Here come the light cav. Red trying to find a hole in the wall, or make a hole in the wall. Again, Red needs to... Stigz needs to repair his castle. He's going to lose another forward castle if he doesn't. He's got all these drills right here. Red loses in his treb. Castle's going down too. Does have another treb. Maybe get a bit of a treb war going on again. Fights off the infantry push, but it's so frustrating to see the third castle go down. Because these villagers are building houses instead. Well, Red's got 2 trebs out on the field now. And this forward castle, which is causing so much damage to the scorpions, is about to go down. More blue infantry coming out. There's so much gold units that Blue's throwing away. All these long sword, 200 swordsmen are going to go down. Trying to snipe trebs. Might get it. Alright, Stigz will be happy with that. There's a bunch of long 2-headed swordsmen. He's killing this other castle. If this castle goes down for the slot player, I think that's GG, because there won't be anything to stop this siege push. These castles are what's holding the scorpions back. Somehow, Stigz got enough trebs to take out all these castles. So now Blue is a little worried. This counterattack is non-existent. Here it is. Red mined this whole thing of gold out, and he's also getting relic gold. 3 relics. Being a big help. Scorpions just eat these infantry. And it's no joke. Sure, they're two-headed swordsmen, so they'll kill these elves, but so much gold gone. I don't know where Blue's getting all of it. He's getting it from here right now, but that's not gonna last forever. Oh, here he is. Oh, this is Red. Love this. Red's taking Blue's other gold. And now, basically in Blue's base, Stigz is going to like his position. There's just too many howls, those light cavalry are going to do anything. And there's still no skill loading on them. Battery rams are somewhere. Not sure where. Onager's out, so that was teched into by Stigz. I like that. Okay, now Cap Ram coming in. That's going to be huge. Another castle. That's the last of the stone. Last of the blue stone right there. Blue doing everything he can to keep up this two-headed swordsman spam, but it's not working. I don't know what other options he has, but it's not working. A lot of Onagers too. Make sure work through those walls for sure. Castle will go up though, and that'll stall out Red for a bit, but then Red can take out all these forward barracks. Now Blue is right in front of Red's face. Let's see, does Red see this? He does. Oh man. Both players taking their opponents' secondary gold piles. It's so funny. Bit of a base swap dynamic there. Third layer of walls for Blue. Blue is another tread, so does Red. More treads will come out of this, I think. I think Red will focus on taking these forward buildings down, and then he'll think about what to do next. Okay, 2 halberdiers are in to clean up all these villas. Because that's what, yeah, if Stigz needs to cut off Hephaestuse' access to gold, and this is right now the only access to gold Hephaestus has, so 2 Pokeboys and 1 Knight, love it. Yep, the Knight will be better than those 2 Pokeboys, well, that's for sure. Alright, so Blue sprung his trap, dumped all his units out. A lot of trash. There's Heavy Scorpion. I was wondering when that was going to come around. Probably could use that a while ago, Stigz. That's okay. For Onager instead. I don't know, Blue making a bit of a pushback here. Here comes the Capran going for that castle. Capran's going for that castle. But that push gets stalled out. There's just too many Scorpions. Not too heavy Scorpions. Better range, way more damage. It's huge. So this infantry will melt even faster. Say, where the battery range is. I like the secondary option because it'll allow Red to raid in through here without worrying about the castle. I mean, at this point, it's basically GG. 88 vills to 126. 11 military to 70. Gold access has been destroyed by those knights. Really not much Blue can do at this point.
Later.
Blue deciding to get gold wherever he can. If you're gonna knock me off of your forward gold, I'm gonna knock you off of my forward gold. Not a bad idea in principle, I suppose. Production buildings going down. Nothing protecting these siege at the moment though, so these light cav might snipe a few. Those heavy scorpions are no joke though. Looks like all the siege rams died, so that castle will stay up for now. Onagers will go for the TC. Blue mining gold here, but there's some Pokeboys stopping after that. Yeah, I mean, Godfather's got 3,000 gold banked up. Blue has 16 gold, so at this point I think it's just about over. Without the GG being called, we're going to just call it. Stigz will take game 1. It is a best of 3 series, and I think they're all arena matches. We'll see what civs each player goes for in their next match. Stigz keeps that Onager alive and raids with these knights. I love it. Great choice. A lot of exposed eco back here. Mangonel goes down. Again, I think blue's just being a bit stubborn here. There it is. GG called. Alright, well, congratulations, Stigz, the Gothfather. Well played. A bit of a back and forth match, though I think Stigz would say he had it in control the whole time. There was a bit of a scary push when blue came out here and had 3 castles on the field, but Stigz managed to keep his trebs alive long enough to knock those down in the treb war, and just had a better composition at the end of the day. He kept his scorpions alive too, which was huge because that long swordsman, 2-handed swordsman spam could have snowballed out of control in blue's favor very easily. So thanks for watching the game. Sneaky Chiefy signing off. I'll see you all on the next one.